After student reporters looked into her story, this school's principal was forced to resign. When Dr. Amy Robertson was hired as the new principal of Pittsburg High School, a journalist from the student newspaper decided to write an article about her. But staff members on the publication soon realized that something was off with the prospective head of the school. What's more, the dark truth they uncovered would ultimately lead to Robert's resignation. Pittsburg High itself is the biggest high school in southeastern area of Kansas. Founded in 1887, the public school has 65 faculty members and 860 pupils. Meanwhile, some of the institution's most notable alumni include former NFL stars Kerry and Shad Meyer and former Los Angeles Dodgers manager Bill Russell. And Pittsburg High student newspaper, the Booster Redux, has won various regional and state awards for its journalism over the years. As it happens, though, the article the paper published about Robertson really put it on the map. On March 6, 2017, the Pittsburg Community Schools Board of Education selected Dr. Amy Robertson as the school's new principal, after a series of interviews with staff members, pupils, and administrators. In a 2017 interview with the Kansas City Star, Board Superintendent Destry Brown revealed that Robertson had emerged as the best fit for the school during the hiring process. At the time that the principal came on board, Zach Fletcher, spokesman for the school district, also said in a statement, "Robertson comes to Pittsburgh with decades of experience in education." The press release additionally described Robertson as the CEO of Atticus IS Consultants, an education consulting firm at which she gained management experience at the equivalent of a building administrator and superintendent. And Brown initially believed that Robertson had a lot to offer the school. "I felt like she's very knowledgeable about what's going on in education today, and she knows about how a building works and how maintaining a safe environment," he told the Kansas City Star. She was due to begin working in her new position on July 1st of that year. But within a month of Robertson's hiring, everything had changed, thanks to the students working at the Booster Redux. Maddie Badden, who was 17 at the time, had interviewed the incoming school head in order to introduce the new principal to the community. While speaking to the Kansas City Star, Badden also admitted that at the time, no one knew who Robertson was. So her fellow students started investigating the future principal's background and credentials. And before long, the budding journalists smelled a rat. You see, the Booster Redux staff members had uncovered some articles from 2012 that declared Robertson's involvement with the Dubai American Scientific School. These stories made the claim that she did not have the right to work at the institution's principal. The school's license had also reportedly been suspended. That raised a red flag, Badden later told the Kansas City Star. "If students could uncover all of this, I want to know why the adults couldn't." As a consequence, then, half a dozen students spent about 3 weeks looking into their future principal's background, and they soon discovered that they'd only just scratched the surface. The team of investigators decided to scrutinize Robertson's education, for example, as she claimed to have received a master's degree and a doctorate from Cortland's University. Robertson had declared that she'd taken online classes and also visited the campus in Stockton, California from time to time. However, when the students visited the college's website, they struggled to find any proof that the institution even existed. What's more, the Better Business Bureau states that Corliss is not an accredited business and has no known physical address. There have also been reports accusing the college of being a scam that allow people to simply buy a degree. And to add insult to injury, one of the photos used on Cortland's website is actually from an entirely different school's graduation ceremony. However, Robertson brushed off the allegations and said that the concerns raised by the students were not based on facts. She claimed to the Kansas City Star, "The current status of Cortland's University is not relevant. When I received my MA in 1994 and my PhD in 2010, there was no issue. All of my degrees have been authenticated by the US government." Then the Booster Redux published an article on the front page of its March 31st, 2017 issue, revealing its findings. And editor Trina Paul explained that the publication had wanted to expose the truth after noticing inconsistencies in Robertson's story. "She was going to be the head of our school, and we wanted to be assured that she was qualified and had the proper credentials," Paul later explained to the Kansas City Star. "We stumbled onto some things that most might not consider to be legitimate credentials." Just a few days after the article came out, however, there was an announcement from the board. Robertson had decided not to take the job after all. In light of the issues that arose, Amy Robertson felt that it was in the best interest of the district to resign her position. Brown said in a statement. That July, Phil Bressler took the job as Robertson's replacement, and he remains the school's principal to this day. And Brown subsequently revealed that he believes he's at fault for what happened with Robertson. I do feel it's my responsibility, he told the Kansas City Star. As superintendent, I feel like I let the teachers and the students down. I publicly admit that. In addition, it seems that the board might now change its recruitment process. Afterward, student advisor Emily Smith hailed the intrepid young journalist, revealing that she is very proud of what they had achieved. The team was not out to get anyone to resign or to get anyone fired, she said. They worked very hard to uncover the truth. As for Robertson herself, well, her current whereabouts are apparently unknown. But in the light of Robertson apparently being exposed on the booster redux, one intriguing allegation emerged. Paula Scheider had gone to the University of Tulsa alongside Robertson, where the ex-principal had received her bachelor's degree. And Scheider would allege that her fellow student had often obtained credit cards using different people's social security numbers. As a result of the publication of the Booster Redux piece, Scheider also took to Facebook. There she wrote, "One of the most evil women I have ever known has been humiliated by a team of high school journalists." The post continued, "I just hope the next time she's in the news, it's with the phrase has been charged with following her name." And the story's made its way far beyond Kansas and the people who knew Robertson. You see, these students have gone on to appear on Good Morning America and Inside Edition. Professional journalists have praised their fact-finding skills too. Great investigative work by high school journalists. Boston Globe reporter Todd Wallach tweeted, "The American Press Institute has said that journalistic investigations can come from anywhere. But we'll leave the final word to Gina Matthew of the Booster Redux." Summing up the experience, she said, "To have the impact that we did was something very special."